Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're all having a fantastic day so far. So some Social Security beneficiaries will be receiving checks quite soon of close to $5,000. We're going to be going over who is going to be eligible to receive those payments. Plus, former President Donald Trump got some good news over in Michigan. We're going to be going over that as well. But before I go ahead and dive into the main content of today's video, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you would like to receive $60 or more in free cash or $60 or more in free stocks, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Webull. All you got to do is once you click on that link is open a free account and then deposit at least one penny on the platform. At that point, they are going to send you 20 free stocks. Each stock is going to be worth at least $3. And again, if you don't want to invest at this point in time, all you got to do is just sell those stocks real quickly for what they're worth and then transfer the $60 plus right back to your checking account. Okay, so diving right into our lead story of today's video, and that of course involves Donald Trump and his good news that he received yesterday over in Michigan. News that probably should not have even happened. I mean, these states should not even be challenging people's rights of even being on a primary ballot or having a chance to win the presidential election. Right now we have around 15 to 17 states saying that, hey, Donald Trump should not be even on the ballot. So they're pretty much making it almost impossible for Donald Trump to win, being that he can't even be on the ballot. But he did get some good news over in Michigan. The Supreme Court did rule that he would be eligible to be on the ballot and actually have a chance to win. So according to The Guardian, Donald Trump will remain on Michigan's state ballot after a ruling from the Michigan Supreme Court on Wednesday, which upheld a lower court order. The move sets the stage for the former president to participate in the Michigan primary, despite accusations that he led an insurrection against the United States. The court's decision not to move forward with a case against Trump sets the court in a sharp contrast to the Colorado Supreme Court, which recently ruled to strip Trump from its state primary ballot because of his role in the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. In Michigan, as in Colorado, the challengers have invoked Section 3 of the U.S. Constitution's 14th Amendment, which broadly blocks people from holding government office if they have, quote, engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the U.S. Constitution, having previously sworn an oath to uphold it. Legal experts are divided on whether this provision, written against the backdrop of the U.S. Civil War, applies to the office of the president. There are also questions as to whether Trump's actions around January 6th legally constitute, quote, insurrection or rebellion. So obviously, good news over there for Trump in Michigan that they did not follow what Colorado did by barring him from the ballot. Of course, the Supreme Court is going to make a ruling on that and most likely will overrule their decision, which in my opinion was not a good one. And of course, this is really good news for Trump because in the last election, Trump lost the state of Michigan. In 2016, Trump actually won the state of Michigan over Hillary Clinton. But if we look at early polling here, Trump versus Biden in a rematch in the state of Michigan, it looks like Trump is going to win. He's winning by as much as 10 points in a CNN poll. So this would be obviously a huge battleground state for Trump to re-pick up in 2024. And as I mentioned, right now there are around 15 other states seeking to bar Trump from even being on their ballot. And if someone were to write Trump's name in, even if he wasn't on the ballot, it wouldn't count. They would not allow Trump to win. So obviously the Supreme Court decision is going to be extremely, extremely important because if the Supreme Court decides to uphold Colorado's decision, that's pretty much going to set a precedent. So if like any other state decides to move forward to bar Trump and they actually are successful in doing so, the Supreme Court is most likely going to uphold their decision as well. And there's no possible way for Trump to win this election if we have like 15, 16, or even 17 states not even allowing his name to, even be on the ballot. No possible way at all. And of course, Trump would actually have a really good case if the election was rigged, if that happens to be the case, where he's not even allowed to be on the ballot. But in some other news, of course, we actually have those increased checks going out to all Social Security beneficiaries. Those are going to be starting on Friday for SSI recipients. For everyone else, they are going to be going out in January of 2024. And these increased checks for some people are going to mean checks almost as high as $5,000. Obviously, this is a record with the 3.2% cost of living adjustment. So according to CBS News, the Social Security Administration announced its annual COLA in October, pegging the 2024 change on the most recent inflation data. Seniors and other recipients will get an increase of 3.2%, a much smaller boost than the 2023 and 2022 increases of 8.7% and 5.9% respectively. The average benefit will rise to $1,907 per month in 2024 from $1,848 this year. But retirees who will receive the maximum Social Security payout will see much higher earnings, with their monthly checks jumping to $4,873 in 2024, according to the agency. That's an additional $318 per month in each paycheck compared with the current year. So who gets the top payout? Not many people, noted Johnson. The only way to get it is if you're like the Apple CEO Tim Cook and you have been paying the maximum into your payroll taxes, she joked. It's like the 1 to 2%. The Social Security Administration says that the top benefit is received by people who have earned the maximum taxable earnings since age 22 and then waited to claim their benefits at age 70. Workers pay Social Security tax up to a maximum income level, which was $160,200 in 2023. Earnings above that threshold aren't taxed for Social Security. And while people can claim Social Security benefits as early as 62 years old, they can increase their monthly checks if they delay claiming, with the maximum payout going to those who wait until they turn 70 years old to claim. So like they mentioned there, not many people are going to be receiving those max payouts of almost $5,000. Again, you would have to earn the maximum earnings, pay the maximum amount that you could into the Social Security Trust Fund all your working life. And not only that, but you would have to wait well past your full retirement age of 66 or 67 or somewhere in between. Wait all the way until the age of 70 to delay claiming your benefits. And let's face it, people like Tim Cook, people like Mark Zuckerberg, people like Jeff Bezos, these people who are ultra rich millionaires who have been paying the full amount into the system, they really don't need these Social Security benefits. They already have millions or billions of dollars stashed away either in their savings accounts, stocks, real estate, things like that. Like, this money doesn't really mean anything to them whatsoever. I mean, I actually agree with a lot of lawmakers who say that people who have like a certain amount of assets probably should not even receive benefits at all. This should be like a safety net program. Those who absolutely need this money the most should be the ones that are receiving it. And perhaps if you paid all the money into the system, it might be a little bit unfair not to get that out. But again, we have people who are ultra wealthy like Bezos, like Tim Cook, who, probably should not be taking the extra $5,000 per month whenever they already have like plenty of money stashed away. Now, of course, as the benefits continue to increase each and every year, the percentage of people who pay taxes on their benefits also increases. The tax brackets on these Social Security benefits have not changed in the last almost 40 years. So that's something that's really going to be catching up to a lot of people. We might all begin paying taxes on our benefits at some point in time, even though we paid taxes into the system. So really, we should not be taxed on any Social Security benefits whatsoever. Now, as far as everyone else goes who are going to be getting that increase, we can expect if you receive SSI, the max amount that you'll be receiving next year in 2024 is going to be $943 per month. For couples, that is going to be $1,415 per month. For disabled workers, that is going to be boosted up to $1,537 per month on average. And then the average retiree next year, as they mentioned in the article, is going to be $1,907 per month. Now, the first payment is going to be going out tomorrow on Friday, December 29th. That's when SSI recipients are going to be receiving their cost of living adjustment. They're going to be receiving it on Friday, December 29th instead of January 1st, because January 1st happens to fall on a holiday. And anytime the first of the month falls on a weekend or a holiday, SSI recipients just receive that payment just a little bit earlier. But that's all we have for today's video. I certainly hope that you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.